Wah, 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 wah.
I fucked him up.
You were supposed to come in right away.
How
Hello.
exciting. How excited. How, girl, I'm geeked. I
know
am
you
really
are.
hyped. It made my day.
What made your day, Shanti? What if people are listening to this 2 years from now?
Don't we have to
What?
save it for later? But the pop
Kendrick.
out concert, what is it? Kendrick and Family? I don't even know the name of it, but all I know is that
Kendrick and Friends. The pop out. Juneteenth festivities.
was just glorious. Divine masculinity. Duality
Ooh,
at its best.
divine masculinity.
It was
Write it down.
everything
That might be
that
an episode
we
title.
needed. A couple days after his birthday, that nigga is shining. You hear me?
All right, don't get into it. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
As we
you
all
haven't
know,
said that in a long time. So let's take a beat. Let's recognize what just happened here. Shanti is good.
I'm doing all right, y'all. Don't worry about me, the kid, all right? One thing the kid gonna do is come back, okay? It's been spring break. I feel like I'm not quite sure if I'm just repeating myself
Spring
on this
break.
one. Excuse me, summer vacation. And I've been spending time with Joe. Did I already say this update? It's just, it's still happening.
So hype. You so hype that little girl wants to be around you, and I love it for you.
I really love her. I really like hanging out with her. She went away for a day, and then she even texts me like, she texts me, she calls me baby girl and Pookie. She says, "Hey Pookie, I'm so happy to be coming home." Anyway, I'm growing my butt out for the summer.
Okay. Yeah, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. The fact that you laugh like that.
I'm growing my butt out. You know what I mean? So I've been going to the gym and I'm not playing. And you know what I mean? I got the bottom, but I need to build the shelf. You know, I need it to be a full circle, a full C back there. You know what I mean? It's given a,
you know how to do
it's given a L right now.
Oh, you got the bottom part. Okay.
I need that joint to be a D.
You got the cup.
Yeah, I need a D. Fuck a C. I want a D joint right there. And so I've been going to the gym, and
do you have the exercises to do that? That's a different.
I've been doing a lot of Heather Robertson.
She won't
she
do
does
it for you.
full body. She does full body. So I'm just like getting my stamina, my conditioning together. And then I need to get that video of that black man that be working with the girls and their butts be looking growed out. Growed out so I can get flued out. Yeah. So I'm growing it out this summer, y'all. Watch out now.
You need some single leg thrusts. You need some
glute
single
bridges.
leg like deadlifts.
I've been doing it. I've been doing those. Yep.
If you sit on the bench, okay.
What?
We're talking over each other. If you sit on a bench and you got a heavy weight and you put the weight between your two legs and you just lift up slowly.
Yeah.
But like only a little bit, and that's just getting that top.
Gotta get the top. And what I haven't done, and I'm terrified, but I know I need to do, is the Bulgarian leg splits.
You gotta do it.
I see them things, and everybody is
and
like,
you gotta lean forward, otherwise it's gonna be quad.
It's got to go.
Yeah, it's gotta be a slight angle. If it's not a slight angle, it's all quad, boo boo. No butt. You can easily do that.
Yeah, I'm growing it out.
No, I mean the Bulgarian squat.
The growing of the butt takes some time.
That takes time.
Does it?
And you need to eat some protein. You gotta feed the butt.
That.
You been feeding the butt?
Yeah, I've been feeding the butt. I've been eating. I've been eating well. I've been really taking care of myself. I really have.
Hallelujah.
And I'm telling you.
Divine feminine energy.
Grow it out. I'm trying to get it grew out so I get flued out. You overstand me?
You gonna grow it out and then hide it. So I don't even know why we play these games. He's gonna be under a damn moo or some shit. We'll be like, God. We've been begging you to show your body. You will not do it. You give us that one shoulder that you showing right now. That's it. And it's irritating.
I'm gonna work on
say
that
all
too.
the time. She got the best body of all of us, and she hide it. Tricky.
I'm gonna work on that. When that butt come out, y'all gonna be like, girl.
I believe it when I see it. I don't believe it yet. I don't.
How you doing, Queen?
I went to the gym as well, and I can't walk. You ever go to the gym and when you start walking down the steps, your leg about to give out?
Yes.
I said, wait a minute now. My quads are on fire. I played myself, and it was because I went to the gym with Bae, and we did back and triceps, and that was cool. I think he was a little like, oh, you know what you're doing a little bit here, shorty. I said, follow me, king. But then I went by myself, and I was hype boots because there was more people in there. It was after work, and so you know, there's different men in the weight room sitting around on the machines. I'm like, can I work in with you? Can I this? Can I that? And there's certain men that you like, I don't want to take the weight off because that working in with somebody where you have to adjust the weight and it's
what does working in mean with somebody?
So you could say, can I work in with you? So let's say you're on like the squat press. And so they're doing squat press, right? But they're doing 4 sets. Well, they do a set, and usually you need to take a breather between sets. So while you're taking a breather, the other person is doing the workout. So you can say, can I work in with you? But the thing is, you don't want to have to take the plates off because now you're annoying. You know, you don't ask somebody to work in with them really if you have to adjust everything every time. That's just annoying.
You really go up to people. I'm terrified of the weight room. I go to the...
Or we gonna go to the weight room because all you have to do is feel comfortable and know what you're doing and know how to utilize the machines and utilize the free weights. Like free weights are, I think, better than a lot of the machines because you have to stabilize yourself and you're working your core more. Like I know the stuff, I just need to do it. I just blame myself. Like, girl, I'll go up to them. There was this man, he was squatting quite a bit. And I was like, can I work in with you? And he was like, he gave me a look. And I said, I can work in with you. Don't worry. When I tell you, it's like, whoa, I ain't been in here in a minute, but I couldn't show it. So I was like, I was getting done.
And that's what you have to do, though, Antoinette. They say that you need to exhaust your muscles. You should be shaking like that. To build muscle, you have to exhaust them.
Not right away, though. Right? You should be able to do a set. You should be able to like do 8, depending on how many you're doing. Do 8 and then that 9, 10, or do 10 and then that 11, 12 should be incredibly difficult. But if you're on the squat press, so he was doing the squats just regular, and I was changing my footing on the machine to make sure I was hitting all the different parts of my legs that I wanted to hit. And so he you could see that he was like a little bit impressed. So then I'm moving around the weight room and he's like kind of trailing me. He's an older man. He was probably like 50, late 50s, early 60s, but very fit. And so afterwards, you know, he's just like, you keep working out like that, you can be built like Sabrina. And I said, okay, I ain't been back since. I can't fucking walk. It's like, I didn't stretch. I rushed on home and it was just goofy. I said, girl, why didn't you stretch so you could actually continue? The workout is negated because now you've rested your muscles for so long. Right. Goofy. So I need to learn how to pace myself. We try to figure it out.
Shout out to us.
I don't know if I'm trying to grow a butt. I have a butt. It's just you can't see it because my breasts are so big. I look like I'm falling over. And then I also haven't defined my waist. So the more I define my waist, the more y'all will see that I got a little booty butt, but it's not the way it used to be.
But
it's a booty butt,
but
it's not like
a booty butt. But that is it.
No.
What a great description! Like that explains it perfectly. She got a booty butt, but
you seen it.
It's cute and high, and it's just like
I don't know why it's high like that. That's irritating me.
You know, because you got the dip in your back.
The dip in my back, but it's also because I like a deadlift. I like a deadlift.
Okay. I
And
like
so
a
that
deadlift.
helps.
I do.
Yeah. We gonna work out. It'll be fun this summer.
I'm into it. Even if you FaceTiming me, girl, I just need, like, I will peek into that weight room. That's a great
idea.
And then I'll just leave because I'll be like,
so what are you doing at the gym?
I go to the free form because we have different floors. So I go to like the open room where there's still weight. So I'm using weight stuff, but there's no
But you
machinery.
don't go in like the machines. I see.
No, but there's like a glute joint that I'll use. There's weights. There's like 4 machines, but it's not like,
we should go
like
Saturday.
I want to learn how to do the you'll love my place. And then I do a little sauna. I do a little 10-minute sauna because my algorithm is trying to convince me that saunas will cure Alzheimer's. So I'm like,
saunas are very good for you.
I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
When are we getting together? We should do it
Sunday.
Fuck
That'd
the
be
plan
good.
that we had. Let's just
No,
do this.
It's good.
We need the team building.
We're doing a team building. We're doing a retreat.
I don't want to do the other thing that we will relist all the stuff. Let's save that. We could say that for July. Let's just work out. We're doing well.
Okay.
You know, let's save it. We have time. Let's work out. We're gonna work out on Sunday.
Do a sauna.
Team build. Cry maybe in the sauna a little bit.
I love this, Antoinette.
Listen to us. We're already like navigating this so well. We're compromising. You see me? I'm being more relaxed. I'm saying let's not work. Game changer.
We can even, okay, never mind. We'll talk about it. But we can just game storm things that we want to discuss rather than like
we can game
executing.
Storm them.
We can just
did you hear what you said?
Did I say game storming?
You did.
Is that a real word?
It's no.
What's a game? What is the word that you said?
Brain.
I'm sweating here.
All right, okay, very good. I have this
keep
on
talking.
Here, but I don't want to.
I'm just gonna open my door. That's all. So just keep talking. I'm sweating and my AC comes. I know, but it takes
take
2
the
minutes.
headphones off.
I want to interrupt
go ahead.
this. Hold on.
Go ahead. Well, Shanti's not listening, so I'll keep talking. Mixing friends is actually tricky. You see, you didn't hear what I said.
My AC comes in from the apart. You know what I mean? From in there, and so from my room, I can't feel it unless my door is open. So I had to open it because.
Okay. We don't have to talk about that. I'm rewatching House of the Dragon.
I do really wanna. Ladies, did you hear me say yeah?
I'm rewatching House of the Dragon. It's not as bad as we made it out to be.
It really wasn't.
It's not. Did you rewatch it?
I'm rewatching it now.
What episode are you on?
I'm on episode 3, and I'm
on
mad.
episode 8. 9.
Okay.
I'm on 9. Right. Wait, is it 9 or 10? The king. Oh, I don't want to ruin this. The king, something had happened.
Okay.
And it's the
that
big
nigga really took an L, didn't he? That nigga really held on for dear life.
I said, well, sir, what in the Crypt Keeper? Poor thing. But it's not that bad. So I'm excited to get into season 2. I have to negotiate that though, because Bay wants to watch it, but he hasn't started, so tricky. I don't know how this is.
Oh, you're at that level of relationships.
It's awful.
You know, I couldn't do it. That's where I'd be like,
yeah, I knew you.
Catch
would
up.
Never wait for anybody.
Catch the fuck up. You hear me? Right now.
I know. I put it on last night. He told me it was fine. I put it on last night, and then he was like, "Oh, you're watching this?" It's like, here we go. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Damn.
Yeah. So, hope everybody else is enjoying it while I suffer the consequences of love. Anyway, you want to
that's
plug?
An update. Oh, hey y'all. Did you know that if you're new to this podcast, welcome. Did you know that you could actually watch us if you're new or old? Do you know the possibilities and range that we offer you as a listener? You can watch us in real time via Patreon. Consider becoming a patron on our Patreon, which is a subscription-based service in which you can watch our videos. It's a tiered subscription base, and I have a very wailing siren in the background.
Can't hear it. Keep going, Queen.
It's very loud. And please consider joining us. It really helps us grow. It really helps us to pay ourselves for the time and the energy and the intention that we put into this podcast. I would also like to thank some of the patrons. We don't have new patrons this week, so that could be you. Okay? That could be you. We need it to be you. 1, 2 would be greatly appreciated. You don't hear this wailing in the background that is fucking my thinking up?
No. You want me to take it over? You can't hear anything because of the mics.
Wow. All right, y'all. And guess what? Guess how we bought these mics? These headsets. All through the patrons. Y'all really are helping to make this into a functioning, fully operational business. And for that,
raggedy one in right now, so don't look at this.
Well, forgive Antoinette, she just forgot, that's all. But please do consider, and we also offer exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else but Patreon. So do that or whatever. Go in the bio, hit the link, and get busy.
Okay, I want to preface everyone with the fact that something is happening with my internet and there are delays. So if I am interrupting you or just staring like this, it's because the shit is buffering and catching up because it's done it 3 times already. And I'm like, oh, shut up. So bear with us as things are happening in our world. But anyway, for hot shit. Oh, we talked about this. Return of the Dragon.
Yeah, we don't even gotta mention it, girl.
My bad. Why is that what you think the name of the show is?
No, that's just for playing.
Oh, say, girl, what? Go ahead.
For new album releases, Anderson .Paak and producer Knowledge dropped a new album, Why Lord. It came out June 7th. It is a vibe. It's giving, summer, put your windows down, turn the radio up, go to the beach, go out with your girls, go out to eat, put your nice little sundress on. It's a really smooth, some boppity bops on that, John. So I enjoy it. Very good. He has some dope features with her, Snoop Dogg, Dave Chappelle's on there. He has a really lovely intro that I really appreciate, as well as Thundercat. And if you are in the tri-state area and you want to be amongst a sea of beautiful Black people, populating, integrating, socializing, doing a damn thing, you should consider going to the 35th anniversary of Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee is throwing a get-together in Brooklyn on Sunday, May 30th from 12 to 6. If you want to learn some more, you can follow his account at official Spike Lee. And I'm going to go. Are you going to go?
You know what's crazy? What's sad? I'm supposed to record. Can't afford therapy that day. But maybe I get these guys to get off by 1.
From 12 to, it's from 12 to 6.
I know we start recording at 10 and we don't usually get off until 2.
Dang.
But if that's the case, then I can jet out afterwards.
Oh. All right, well.
I'll be there. Late, but I'll be there. Also, shout out to the layout. The layout.
Shout out to the layout. That was epic. I wish I was there this year. Y'all look gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah.
It was smaller this year.
Really?
Everybody was commenting on that, how we were like, but the layout is one of those things that, shout out to all the listeners who I met there. It's one of those things where like you could walk around and if you do one lap, you're going to see people that you have not seen for years. Like you'll literally see them and
it's like
catch
a reunion.
up. It's like a reunion. It's beautiful.
That's dope.
But I met a lot of listeners, super, super cool, dope listeners. This is not shade. This is some intel for you. I had on a new dress, really liked this dress. I gave a listener a hug, and I hug a little strong. I know that about myself. And sis poured red wine down my back. My new dress. But the reason why I'm mentioning this is if you go home and you use dish soap and hydrogen peroxide,
come on,
it's
DIY
right on
hack.
out. It's right on out. It's as if nothing has ever happen to that dress. I was very sad thinking that I already ordered a new one and was just going to be like, fuck it, I love this dress. Now it's been delivered. I got a notification. I can just simply return it. So
it's giving it's giving Oshun. It's giving feminine, divine feminine energy. You were given like,
and this was me and Bay's big first, like a lot of people outing.
So how did people respond? Were people like
very excited? They were like, good, well, we know a lot of the same people. Yeah. So it was very like, wait a minute, but from different ways. Like we don't know each other. So it's weird. It's like we know the same people, but from different avenues.
Right.
So when they're piecing it together, colliding. Like, oh, wait, oh, y'all. There were a couple people who were very, very sweet about it.
I know y'all niggas mad out there. That's all you got. That's all I got to say.
No. I know y'all niggas salty. Happy. I'm so grateful of how sweet people are. And shout out to Renee Blewett. She sent me the sweetest voice note just of reminding me. I didn't see her. I'm sure she was. That's impossible.
Renee probably busy making money somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, she has a new partnership with the Okra app that we need to talk about at some point. But I need to get more information. Yeah, like all of the Black restaurants and things. It's like
right. Yeah, she had an event. Unfortunately, when we went to Canada, I couldn't attend it. But yeah, I can't believe you can't hear this. It's giving like World War II sirens. Like
I can't hear anything.
That's wild.
It's because it's coming from your mic and not your, like your sound is coming from your microphone and not just the world. I hear something light, but not crazy.
It's dystopian.
Oh, I hear it now.
I don't know, but that was crazy.
I just heard it.
It was going on for like 10 minutes. Don't close that door and turn your jazz music off. What time is this? We can't even look at the. Can we see what that is?
You look at it on Riverside. Monty, can you take that out for us? That little pause.
She just heard it. Yeah. Now she can't. I'm recording it. It was messing it up. Are you finished?
Check your local news. Y'all good over there?
Philly.
You don't have any news alerts on your phone? Oh, you got news alerts. All right. Well, let's take a break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Boop. For real, do you want to check? You should check to make sure that nothing's really going on. They're not like signaling to run or something. Aliens are here. You know Trump finna have a rally in North Philly?
Not in North Philly.
He's going to the Leah Chorus Center. Right across the temple. I'm hoping that the temple students, well, it's summer. They might not all be there, but show up and show out.
Damn.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Let me get these ready. And we are back. Politics as usual. Wow. So we are going to start with update on Gaza. The UN has officially once again found that Israel is indeed guilty of war crimes. They've also found that Hamas is also guilty of war crimes. But I want to play the clip so you can hear the war crimes that they are guilty of.
Israeli authorities are responsible for war crimes, crimes against humanity, and violations of international humanitarian and human rights law, including extermination, intentionally directing attacks against civilians and civilian objects, murder or willful killing, using starvation as a method of war, forcible transfer, gender persecution targeting Palestinian men and boys, sexual and gender-based violence amounting to torture, and cruel or inhuman treatment.
So I play that because, remember, what they were brought up on charges for from the International Criminal Court was not for this. It was for basically blocking aid. And that was equaling.
Oh, they upped the ante on it.
Well, these are two different entities, the UN and the International kind of Criminal Court, two different entities. But I think it is important that more reputable institutions are saying, nah, the way that you're conducting yourselves in this battle, in this war, they will call it war, we will call it genocide, is also illegal and a war crime. So I wanted to make sure we played that. Go ahead.
I saw a released detainee from one of the Palestinians that was detained by the Israelis, and they showed a before and after, and the before was this beautiful young man. He had to been like 28, 30 years old, full head of hair, gorgeous skin, light brown eyes, young professional, just like at the height of his vitality. And then they showed an after, and this sunken shouldered man, thinning hair, eyes sunken into his head. His eyes were so distinct in both pictures. In the first one, because he had these beautiful light brown eyes. And the second one, his eyes were permanently bug-eyed. You could see the whites all around his eyes. In terror, like permanently sealed in terror. And they interviewed him, and he was speaking gibberish, just completely destroyed and trying to recount what he experienced, but not having the words or the language, just a completely different human being. His stunted, psychologically destroyed. Like, how do you come back from that? And what do you have to endure to have to become a product of that? Bug-eyed Antoinette. The whites of it, like this, the whole conversation, it broke me. It's like the children, and now it's this. I'll send it to you, but one of the things that I follow, and I'm watching myself as I'm scrolling, and you get these accounts of horror and terror, and I mentioned it last week, but how it desensitizes you, right? And you think about the idea of don't stop talking about Gaza, all eyes on Gaza, and like what happens when, and I love that you're making it a point to talk about this every single week, because I think everybody at least once in their week needs to think about Gaza, needs to think about, take time with the videos that you're looking at, figure out a way to even break through the desensitization. Is that a word? Anyway, the ways that we've become numb, to meditate on the ways that we've become numb, to thaw out something to like keep us in engagement in a way, even if it's in just grief. I think it's really important. And even if it's in, I feel shame, but I also feel like gratitude in a way of like, when I'm eating, when I'm outside, when I go into the city and there's people and there's celebration, I think about how temporary everything, and how the Gazan people before this happened were doing that very same, they were living their lives. And it helps me to sit with my own privilege and gratitude, and it helps me to try to stay a little bit more present and gobble up these moments, because it just can be gone in a moment, and there's people experience the complete opposite, that worlds and lives and minds are decimated. And I don't know, but I just appreciate that you put this on the outline every week, and if we could all just find a way to be engaged in whichever way that we can and have the capacity for. I think energetically is important, significant.
I almost sometimes feel like talking about it is desensitizing me because I'm just like reporting facts, but not necessarily remembering the humans. I mean, I am, but it's hard to grapple with. But thank you. No, it's important. It's important. 2 more clips because I think they're also important. The White House today, this is being recorded June 20th at 9 p.m. They canceled a high-level meeting with Israeli officials due to Benjamin Netanyahu releasing a video claiming that the U.S. is not offering enough support and that we are withholding information. We play that.
Withholding information.
The White House rejected Netanyahu's claim, pointing out President Biden has paused just one shipment of heavy bombs since the war began. 2 key Democratic lawmakers recently signed off on an $18 billion military package for Israel involving the sale of 50 F-15 fighter jets.
That's obviously taken from Democracy Now, which I love. And then also, here is another clip from a member of the IDF, spokesperson from the IDF, which is the Israeli Defense Force. And I thought this was very interesting.
In other news from Israel, a top Israeli military spokesperson has admitted Hamas can't be destroyed, a claim that appears to contradict Netanyahu's stated aim of the war on Gaza. In an interview, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari said, quote, Hamas is an idea. Hamas is a party. It's rooted in the hearts of the people. Anyone who thinks we can eliminate Hamas is wrong, the IDF spokesperson said.
That is the foundation in which Israel is saying that they need to fight this war and continue to fight the war. You have a top-ranked official from your own military saying that is impossible to do. So basically, what you can deduce from that is that the basis and the foundation in which you are fighting this war and committing this genocide is
hopeless.
Is not only hopeless, but
unfounded.
If I'm unfounded, and if I am a part of your military force and top ranked, you know that. You're aware. But here we are.
I think we've watched enough political shows and series and, warfare dramas and whatnot to know that the information that they're giving us, we do not have all of the information. No. We have no idea what the fuck conversations and strategy, and we have no idea what's going on. Things are getting really hot globally. It's crazy out here, and I think we're getting a very diluted version of what's going on and why it's happening. God help us.
Find out.
We finna find out. Connected to this, is this a couple at the beginning of the week? We got all of these different things on Instagram going around about the draft. Folks saying that the Congress has passed a law that is drafting young men ages 18 to 26, I think was the little, what do you call that? Little infographic that kept going around. People excited about it, which is not quite the case. And I did a little bit of research myself and hope to share some of this information as succinctly as I understand it to be. But drafts, aka conscription is another name for it, has been enforced by the U.S. government as early as colonial times, and it is still active to this day. We don't have an active draft happening, but the enrollment requirements still remain the same. Mm-hmm. Young able-bodied men ages 18 to 25, technically by law, should be signing up and enrolled with the government in case of emergency or times of war or or threats to like show up and show out if a draft were to be called. Drafts have gone on for many years. Every war that the U.S. has been involved in, a draft has been enacted. The Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam. It was briefly ended by Nixon in 1972, but was reinstated by Jimmy Carter in 1980. And what he reinstated that is still active to this day is called the Selective Service System. And the Selective Service System describes its mission as to serve the emergency manpower needs of the military by conscripting untrained manpower or personnel with professional healthcare skills if directed by Congress and the President in a national crisis. And basically, again, to what I was saying before, it states that all able-bodied men, the age described or the qualification described, and again, I think it's 18 to 25, are to sign up basically via a form. And most folks aren't signing up for this, or they don't even know their active status in this in a lot of ways, because it's not really been, failure to show up for this or sign or show proof of this hasn't been
compliance.
The compliance to it hasn't been
enforced.
Enforced. Thank you for that. But if this were to be something that were enforced, the failure to register, that's the word, register, is a felony punishable up to 5 years or $250,000 fine. And so this is active right now. This is happening right now. There are actually some states, I believe, at least 46 states and territories have laws that automatically register men for selective service when they get their driver's license or apply for college. So this is happening unbeknownst to a lot of us. I did not know that. And unbeknownst to a lot of men, they are actually signed up for this. In 2023, more than 15 million men have registered across the country. About 84% of those are eligible. So what happened last Friday is the Republican-controlled House proposed a new law to enroll men aged 18 to 25 into the draft system automatically. So it's not something that they would voluntarily enroll for. They're going to create a system that automatically, when you're of age and you are eligible, you're automatically enrolled so that if a draft were to be called, they have everybody's listing and information and they know where and how to find you. And this proposal was included in an annual defense policy bill that was bipartisan, which I think is really important because I think in a lot of the infographics, people were talking about, if you vote for Trump, this is what you're going to prepare for. There was just like very polarized information that was being shared when it was bipartisan. Actually, Republicans, let me go back before I go into that. But the bill, again, is proposing that people are automatically enrolled into the databases, and that women are included in those that are enrolled. This is not law yet. This is not bipartisan. This is not a new phenomenon. Contrary to popular discourse, a lot of Republicans are against the possibility of women being automatically enrolled. I want to keep it strictly, for men to be showing up and doing that if it were to be enacted. And hopefully that clears up for some folks. That really cleared up a lot of things for me. Just historically, this idea of the draft has been opposed by many folks, starting all the way back to Frederick Douglass, stating that it is basically forced labor. It's basically slavery, which is against, our human rights. And as we all know, when drafts are enacted, marginalized people and Black people are those that are affected the most. It's definitely affected by class, who you know, how you can get out of it. There are many ways to get out of it, but it ends up that Black and marginalized folks are the ones that are often corralled and then sacrificed for this. Although when I did look at other information, like most recently the Vietnam War, everybody has the rhetoric that, those that are drafted were the ones that were killed, had the highest degree of being killed in the Vietnam War, when it wasn't true. It was actually those that voluntarily served. So I don't know. But in this very moment, I thought this was really interesting, that a comparison of military and civilian engagement, that it is disproportionate, that in 2020, Black soldiers comprised approximately 21% of active duty Army, 15% of the Army National Guard, and 21% of the Army Reserve, which is at a higher rate than their representation in the U.S. population.
Right.
So that is interesting. Huh?
Yeah, that's a huge amount.
Yeah, so it's when we're in active war, these are the bodies that are used to serve and protect. But there's also many people, we know a lot of people that have been active in the military and I know two women in our lives that we both know, or at least one person that we both know, that maybe even regrettably, but at one point they voluntarily served and traveled the world. There's folks, I know lots of folks that's how their family, gained a middle class status, and to this day are supported by the money that they receive. So anyway, I hope that clears some things up. That cleared up a lot for me. And I think this idea of a draft is tricky. And I just wonder what you, considering the world, considering the wars, that if there were to be a war, it'd be very clear possibly who would be fighting and for what reasons. What do you think of that?
Well, first, thank you for all that. I do want to say that while I do see a lot of people saying that this was bipartisan, and they can technically say that, I just want to say only 6 Democrats voted for this. 196 opposed it, and 11 did not vote for various reasons. Sometimes they're not there, whatever. So there's 6 assholes out the bunch, but 211 Republicans voted for this, while only 3 opposed it when it was voted on. I just want to say, and this wasn't the only thing in the bill. There's a lot more in the bill. This was just one of the provisions, because this is what they do. They sneak these provisions in these larger packages to say, listen, we're going to have to compromise. If you like the majority of this, vote yes. And then you're going to have to deal with the other stuff in there that you don't like. So it's always tricky. What I think about this,
or just the idea of a draft, because if this, like, the draft is still there, the foundation of what they're saying, if you're 25 and able-bodied, whether we have your information or not, whether you're signed up for not, you are responsible to protect and serve if you fit all the qualifications. Whether that's just the bottom line, I guess what they're saying is, do we make this automatic and include women? Or
I think they got the right generation, because I don't think this generation is going for that. I think it's real different now.
I like that.
I think that I am I'm interested to see how the generation that has encampments all over the country during the school year that sacrifice their college careers, sacrifice many of their job opportunities, sacrifice their bodies, sacrificed their records, their criminal records, their futures, you know, to stand on their own integrity and to ensure that their humanity is intact. I dare somebody to tell them that they got to be drafted and they got to go fight. I don't think they're going for that. I think that this whole idea around this American dream is crumbling. I don't think that people feel as hopeful around this American dream and this American experiment. And when you have that, when you have folks who are struggling at home and now they don't feel like they're reaping the benefits of the country really, and there's a lot of frustration around that. Now you're about to go enslave them, basically. Good luck.
Good luck.
I think you got the right fucking generation.
Yeah, I love that, Antoinette. And I think also we know too much. We see too much. You know, Vietnam, all these other.
We're not the age group.
I'm just saying we as the collective, but like they know too much, they see too much. They're seeing who they're being sent over to, you know, be allies with or to fight against. Like you're right. You fucking with the right ones. And two, Cardi B, who was confused about, or I don't know if she was confused, but the way that she responded to this, because she made a statement when all of this information was going about. She was like, "These TikTokers, you want to take these hip thrusting TikTokers to war? Good luck." But I actually love your idea instead. It's not that they're like weaklings or that they're, you know,
I don't know if she was saying that. It could be both. I mean,
she was like, "You want these niggas to fight for us? These niggas that are shaking their hips on TikTok? Good luck with that." But I think to your point,
that's all duality. That's valid. You got some people who playing around and you got some people who ain't. But either way, they ain't fit for this.
They ain't fit. Period. That's it. Period. They ain't fit and they ain't fin to do it. Well, they ain't fit nor fin to
do this. I can't hardly walk. You gonna have to throw me in jail? Like, no. What we talking about? Huh? So you about to, it's so funny. It's so funny. And then to add women to the mix, whoa, that will be so exciting to see what happens.
Are weird. And now you're like, no, we don't want to protect the women. Like you're so weird. No, women should not be. Republicans are unanimously like, no. Whereas Democrats are like, yeah, y'all, go ahead, equality. Y'all want, but like you pick and choose.
Their morality is so interesting.
I hate them.
Interesting group. Really interesting group.
The plot thickens. I'm going to keep this really short and sweet. Russia signs partnership deal with North Korea. Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signed an agreement Wednesday of last week that pledges mutual aid if either country faces aggression, quote unquote, a strategic pact that comes as both face escalating standoffs with the West. Details of the deal were not immediately clear, but it could mark the strongest connection between Moscow and, not going to even try that, Pyongyang since the end of the Cold War. Listen, y'all, the chess pieces are being laid out. The chess pieces, they getting in order. Who is going to be checkmate? I don't fucking know, but we have to pay attention. Antoinette, I think we really need to do like a world history because we need to I don't think all of us understand what the significance of who our allies are. Like this idea of
change
the West
all the time. That's the problem.
I mean,
are the same allies that were our allies in World War II varied from World War I, varies to now? Like it's tricky, but now, sure.
I would love to have somebody to come on.
We need somebody
to help us so we can understand, because these chess pieces, these like what I've been listening to the 48 laws of power. I read or even with this thing, 48 laws of power. And it's like, you have to understand what the other person wants.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what do these people, what does everybody want, so that we can understand what is even happening? And like, I have inklings, but I don't have the history or the context to know like, what the fuck going on?
I mean, based off of my little knowledge,
they don't fuck with the
West. I don't want to do it. I mean, Russia and North Korea, that's terrifying because Kim Jong-un.
Because we're talking about
Russia's
nuclear
also
power.
cozy, but what Russia's also cozy with Iran and
China.
And China is currently got all their influence, and Russia, but a lot of Chinese influence in Africa. They basically
they're building up their infrastructure.
Not only building up their infrastructure, but they're building up their infrastructure and also their government, because when you build up their infrastructure in that way, the government is then on their side. And so it's very tricky, because now you have US like monasteries going over, and they're trying to influence as well, but under this Christian guise. So
not 1800s all over again.
It's all the same shit.
Get out of here.
But that's why we are in a line. That's why we have this thing with this beef with China too, that if China goes and tries to invade Taiwan, then we got Taiwan's back, which is why we're over there helping Ukraine, because Ukraine was invaded by Russia. It's all
these places of
what's happening. But then the U.S. are the Lannisters. Okay,
come on.
This is Game of Thrones
reference.
The U.S.
they're
the Lannisters. All right, and global warming is the Night King.
Is the Night.
Okay. Meanwhile, you got the North. You got Winterfell. Winterfell is over there in cahoots, trying to with the what were they? The Wildlings.
The Wildlings is Africa right now. Stop fucking playing with me. The Wildlings is like you
racist.
And that doesn't feel right. It feels racist, but this idea of this, first of all, what would be Africa? I feel like it's Africa. It's this place of like,
because
they're not
taken their land and pushed them out. Exactly. Yeah. They're uncivilized or this or that. When really they were hip to everything, and really they just put up a fucking wall and listen.
And when you get them all organized with the other niggas, like we'll fucking and Africa is the richest, just where all of our technology, everything that we're dependent on,
it's all there.
Anyhow.
It's all there. No, and then think about it. All of these different countries are the houses. You've got the fucking Targaryens over there. You've got
who are the Targaryens? The old English? Is that the UK trying to get the comeback?
I think that Targaryens would be one. No, listen. Whoever was on the side of the Lannisters is England, because they fuck with us. They rock with us. But the Targaryens is either fucking Iran, China, or Russia, or Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Then you got the Dothraki. Like, you just got all these different players.
Dothraki, shut up, Aiden.
I'm not saying, but that's what it is.
Can we make a whole episode and try to put this all together? Because I'm intrigued and so excited by it.
It's really tricky, but that's why Game of Thrones is so incredible, because nobody care about the dragons. I mean, we care, but that's the icing on the cake, really. It's these interpersonal relationships and all of this political stuff. This is what the world is right now.
I really would love to invite someone to talk about this. You really had me thinking. Last week you were like talking about the atomic bomb and you watching all these documentaries and all these things. But it makes me, I'm just so skeptical of any mainstream. I'm just so skeptical of propaganda in a way that, like, where are the resources or the people that we can trust to give?
I don't think it works like that. I think you have to have multiple resources, and then you draw your own conclusion. I think that's really it.
I want to lay praying hands on Noam Chomsky in this moment. This man about 89 years old, and he's a relic, and he is a wealth of knowledge and information, an encyclopedia, so dense that sometimes you get to talking and I have to turn it off because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But he is, I think he just had a stroke, or he's old and he's dying, and he's one of those resources that we can turn to give us information about U.S. history that to me feels accurate, and his mind and just what he knows is just so expansive. But I hope he's well. There was a rumor that he died, but he had not. So just
he's 95. So
put some prayer hands on him, because that man, to me, I feel like is a place to like go to understand things if you're trying to unravel this thing called history, child, world history. Anyhow.
All right, moving on to more chess, not checkers.
More chess, not checkers. 98 laws of power enacted, executed.
Not 98, it's 48. I love you.
I had too much to drink already.
Are you drinking? You called him King. You called him King Jong-un. I said, oh. It made him royal.
No, I did not.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
My internet's messed up, but I think you did. I don't care.
Think I did.
We knew what you was talking about.
I would not call him King.
I think you called him King, shorty.
I said Kim. That's crazy. I hope I did call him King.
I'm not sure. It don't matter.
I had some tequila.
Let me just set this up. Let me set this up, y'all.
Go ahead, girl.
All right. So yesterday is Juneteenth. So this whole time I'm like, Shanti, are you gonna watch Kendrick and Friends?
You reminded me yesterday.
I reminded her, and she was like, oh my God, how do I watch it? You know, true Shanti fashion, don't know what the fuck is going on. And so I'm like, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. What time does it come on? I give her all the information. It starts. I'm texting her, no response. And I'm like, this is not good. Somebody tweeted and was like, I can't wait to hear you and Shanti break this down. And I said, I text her and she's not responding, so it ain't looking good. I don't think she watched it. I text. Finally, I get a response, and her response is, where is it? You said
the studio. Then I said,
please, in capital letters, please tell me you watched this. She says, I didn't. Sad face. I'm so salty. I was at the studio late. I just got in, and I wrote, Shanti, what the fuck? And then she wanted to talk about it. It was like 11 o'clock. She said, was it incredible? Can I replay it? What was the best part? I said, nah, girl, I gotta go. I'll try to find it for you. Don't watch no clips. But in true Antoinette fashion, I had you covered because they did not replay on Amazon. Thank God they're not taking it down. I
gotta cancel my Prime right again.
So let me read y'all the stream of consciousness from Shanti while she watched this. Are you ready?
Today I watched it.
No, wait. I said, are you watching the concert? She said, starting now. And keep in mind, there are brief pauses in between all of this because she's watching it. Then boom, capital letters. The fact that everyone is singing along is sending me. Shoo! She's typing this to me in capital letters and I hear it. But. And then she writes, he's the Beyonce of this rap shit. And then she writes, the crowd participation is really the knife digging in. Drake in capital letters, got to die. Then she writes, all right, I'm going to leave you alone. And then she doesn't leave me alone. She says, he really should have ended this shit with just him and Whitney and the family standing at the end. That would have been the best ending. She probably don't fuck with him because there's, in capital letters, no way I wouldn't be twerking and losing my mind with my man on that stage. I said, she was there with the kids. They good. Ignored me. Capital letters. I fucking love J-Rock. I have a crush on him. I love his flow. I love his voice. And then in capital letters, I love that he let him do his songs. I'm bugging.
Your interpretation.
That's how you're texting it. It's like all these capital letters and all these ends. I am tearful. I wish I was there more than any Beyonce show. I swear, for real. I'm going to leave you alone. I promise. All done. Then I write, Kendrick is number 1, period. 2, 3, and 4. He was made for this. And then I said,
I sound much harder in my mind than how you say.
It's the way you're writing it.
3, 4, and 5. He was made for this.
Saying it? Oh, okay. That's not how I read it. Then I hear Tupac. I said to her, Tupac said, we're proud as fucking Cuba. She writes, I'm screaming in capital letters. I'm sure she wasn't screaming. Then I said, this is like history. Seriously. Do you see why I was so upset you didn't see it? She writes, I'm watching it. Late to the party, but I'm here. I wish I was with y'all. And I said, you missed the live tweets. And she writes, I'm naked in my bed screaming, working on the outline. I don't know nothing about tweets. Then she writes, niggas in love and loyalty. They in the love. They in the love. She writes, anyway, we will talk about it. I just love Kendrick. Can you name your baby Kendrick? Boy or girl? A baby named Kendrick is top tier. I ignore her.
Baby girl. Right? Baby girl named Kendrick.
Is that what did I say?
That's what I meant to say. A baby, and y'all could get somebody go steal. Somebody's pregnant right now. Is like, that's what I named my kid. Now I'm mad.
It's Kendrick. I'm sorry. Then she writes. Then I write, what part are you on? She said, be humble. And I was like, oh my God, you saw the Black Hippy reunion? She said, tears. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like hype in capital letters. Dre's then a few moments pass and I get another text. Dre's production is capital letters. So hard. Undeniably hard. That piano sequence is just iconic. So West Coast. And I write, fuck him. And then she writes, I want to be from Compton. And I write, I want to be a gang-affiliated rapper from Compton who made it, who took down the corniest nigga in hip-hop on Juneteenth. She writes, Drake really manifested an ego death. He should be so thankful. Some people have to reincarnate so many lives to be stripped. I hope he surrenders and accepts the invitation. Some people become monks, move to the Himalayas, chant thousands of rounds of mantra, abstain from sex, shave their heads. Drake just fucked with the wrong nigga in capital letters. He could have received self-realization. Moments pass. And then I get the text, A minor. Then moments pass. She writes, the silence. I can't. The comments are, in quotes, one more time. Again, exclamation point. Run it back, exclamation point. Capital letters. Oh, V-hum. I write, girl, Twitter was ablaze. A time was had. Call the ambulance. It's you. You're fucking crazy. I'm doing all this because people have to understand how you text me. Then I write, where are you now? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And she writes, I took a break. He just finished They Not Like Us for the 4th time. I think he about to have all the niggas pull up. Moments pass. Someone said, run it back. He said, you sure? Question mark. Moments pass. The niggas are coming on stage. Moments pass. The baby on stage. They all bigger than him too, but they don't stand a chance.
Oh my God.
They don't stand a chance against his energy. He's the littlest thing on stage. I said, young boy is an icon. Then she writes, where is Whitney? I said, she was in the stand with the kids. I sent her the Twitter video of Whitney with the kids. And she wrote, all she do is hold them fucking kids. Put them little niggas down. She love them babies, but in capital letters, let them walk. Then she writes, I'm cracking myself up, LOL. This is real. Like, I love myself video. I love this, but he should have been like, hold up. Get Whitney and my babies before we take a pic.
He should have.
Where is baby King? Let the crowd go wild while they come down. Don't take the pic until my family is in this shit. But this is beautiful. I love him. Anointed. God's chosen one. Then he plays it one more time. Wow. He really needed a dissect nigga up there. And proceeds to send me, I don't know why she has a picture of the dissect bull on deck.
Let's talk.
Why you would have this picture ready and on deck?
And I didn't know Cole looked like that. And then I said, God damn, Cole should have been there looking like that. Crip walk.
Let Cole Crip walk. I said, I'm howling. She said, Cole crazy. He the realest nigga out here. And that was where it ended, y'all.
That was the recap of the show right there. We basically recapped it right there. That was so good.
The way I knew where you were in the show, you were like, hey, minor. It's like,
and then silence. And he just walked. You know how Michael used to come on and then just be silent? Wow.
Anyway, so go ahead. You take it away. This is your time to shine.
Geminis, y'all fucking won. Okay? Y'all are one of the most controversial and hated astrological signs. And the way y'all came through and showed y'all divine, they're what I write here, they are the divine embodiment of duality.
Go away, Shanti.
Nobody can be two things at once. Like a motherfucking Gemini. And be two things at once and make you fucking love them. The charisma, the charm. This, and y'all did it during your season. Shout out to Geminis. Y'all aren't well, but your speed, your minds, your word. No, all the greatest MCs are Geminis. I don't give a fuck what you say. All of them.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
And then Jay-Z just is a Sag. So, like, I don't care. But also, Antoinette, to your one of the greatest MCs, we cannot deny Black Thought is a Libra. So I will give that to him because he's up there. But, like, for real, Geminis are top tier in terms of he don't got the riz that the Geminis have. Andre 3000, Kendrick, Biggie, Tupac. Come on.
Biggie was a Gemini?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, the greatest rappers are Geminis. Y'all really did y'all motherfucking thing. I just want to applaud y'all because y'all don't get enough respect because I'm right with you. And a Gemini to win against a Scorpio, one of the other most controversial and hated astrologers, which is fucking Drake, is just, he did it. He really did it. He really did it. And I was hyped. It made my day. I was so excited to record. I was so excited. I bought JoJo a pizza and everything today. She was like, you want pizza? I was like, yeah, we get pizza. I'm not lying to you. I said, come get pizza. It costs $38. Why did I do that?
Listen, the craziest part is I so wish you would stop being late on stuff and join the collective community when we participate in these kind of iconic historical moments.
I wish I had driven up there, but I was like, oh no.
Even if you're home, but you're on Twitter to see the memes and to see the responses in real time, to see the folks being clever, to see them being like, oh, the timeline is just amazing. Listen, no, you didn't watch DJ Headset, did you?
I didn't.
Okay, that's fine. You skipped straight to Kendrick. That's fine. DJ Headset, I'm gonna go back. It felt like a LA talent show, and it was nice. But it was like everybody from LA. So when this shit started, all us on the East Coast was like, "Yo,
good for them." I like the way that they. I like that though.
It was like you can't get on this stage unless you West Coast. Period. And so it was dope. Didn't know who half the people were. Didn't know who more than half the people were. But sure, I was bobbing my head like, we're here. I'm going to act accordingly. DJ Mustard set. Did you end up watching that? Because I keep begging you to watch it.
No, I didn't. That's what I actually thought you had said, but I don't, because you said DJ. You said DJ, and I was like, I didn't do it.
DJ had somebody else. So DJ Mustard set had Dom Kennedy. Tyler popped out. That's why I keep telling you to watch it, because you cry when you see how Tyler wasn't even on the set list, but you could tell that he showed up, and they was like, "Oh, nah, come on." And the way that he went out there, I was like, "This kind of unity is amazing to see." He was his
Oakland. Is he Oakland? He's from Oakland, right? I don't know where he's from, but he's West Coast.
Look that up for me.
He's West Coast. He's West Coast.
Are you talking? Because now it's paused. It paused. It paused. We're back.
I can see you.
Monty. Okay. Ty Dolla $ign, Roddy Ricch. I gotta be honest.
Ty Dolla $ign?
Yeah, I wasn't that impressed. Roddy Ricch had a set though.
I know nothing about that.
Yes, you do. That's what I'm saying. You gotta watch it, and then you'll know the songs. You're gonna be like, oh. And then YG came out there the way he does, and they went fucking crazy.
The way they tried to the way Drake tried to say YG don't fuck with him, and then this nigga
YG Kendrick, said keep my name out
the whole
shit.
time.
But here's the thing.
The fuck?
Drake tried to say that Kendrick isn't affiliated. That was the one thing. But then he also, I think, thought that once Kendrick left TDE, that he was out here solo. And that's why Kendrick was like, yo, Top, the fuck, who the fuck they playing with? Like,
they
what?
In love and loyalty, nigga. What you know about being in love, my nigga?
The way that man, okay, first let's get into Kendrick. Opening with Euphoria. When he did that, I was like, this isn't Euphoria. Oh my God. Like, he's starting with this. He's starting here. It was just, I was like, this is the best chess move. He is brilliant. There was no other. Had he started with like, All Right or something, like, sure, a hit. But he set the tone for, this is my fucking victory lap, dog. And yeah, like, this is my victory lap. This is your fucking funeral. But while we're here, we're going to fucking unite the West Coast. And I'm going to show you the culture.
It's bigger than you. This is on top of you, but it's bigger than you. This is your funeral and there's flowers growing from you, bitch.
The food, it's one of them funerals that's fun and the food is good.
Oh, you know? God. Yes.
It was one of those. It was like, oh, okay. He literally is the culture that Drake doesn't have. Like, Kendrick is really that dude. It was just ridiculous. Then he goes on his set list was fire, but he goes on to have the Black Hippy reunion.
Come on.
And that was a time.
Yay. Let me tell you something, Antoinette. There's 2 goals in my life to do with you.
Okay.
Is to reenact the Otis music video with Jay and Kanye. Mm-hmm. And the Wow. I don't know if you know this video, but there's a Wow video with J-Rock and Kendrick, and there's a certain videography thing that they do that's beautiful that I've been like, oh, we have to do this. But anyway, I digress. But go ahead. Well, it's not immediate. You have to go into the video. It's near the end that it actually happens where you see it. But go ahead.
Money Trees. I know. I was hyped as soon as I heard it. J-Rock, I think that y'all would be a good couple, and I want you to figure that out.
I love him.
He's handsome.
He's handsome.
Have you seen his hands?
He's underrated. First of all, yes, he's underrated. His flow is amazing, and his voice, his actual like rap voice is like, he's underrated. Put some respect on that nigga's name. I
don't know if he's underrated. I think that people who know, but I just don't think that he's had the commercial success. But like, people who know, I love that
Kendrick keeps trying. Like, he keeps.
Well, that's his mentor. That's one of them. Like, Kendrick is like, nah, this dude put me on the mad shit. You fucking kidding me?
I love J-Rock. Anyway, go ahead, keep going.
So then we have Win. This was like part of my favorite part.
Shit.
I know.
That's my song.
Look at you.
Oh, good. I love
King's dead.
I was bullshit. Like, he letting him do his songs. He letting him do his thing.
You got to. 616 in LA. Absol comes out. Great time. Then it was just joy for me. As soon as I hear collard greens, you see a healthy schoolboy Q.
A healthy schoolboy Q. Talk about that part.
J-Rock, like, what? And then you got that part. It was just fire. The Black Hippy reunion was like, yes, please. We love it. We love that he got everybody out there. And I didn't love Dr. Dre. I'll just be honest. I get it.
I did,
but
as
soon as Dr. Dre came out, I was like, I just have such beef with Dr. Dre, and he has a lot to answer for. So I get it. But for me, I was like, whatever. I understand West Coast, Dr. Dre's affiliation with Tupac, who is his fucking hero. I get it.
The sound, you're right. The sound, the putting on the map, the business savvy. I get it, Antoinette, but it's one of those things. It's, to me, I feel again, we talked about this before. The only real canceled niggas are Kelly. But when we're talking about music and sound and impact and how it affects your life and influences you and inevitably influences other people and other artists that you love, how do we let go of Michael Jackson? How do we let go of Marvin Gaye? How do we let go? And then it seeps into these niggas that Dr. Dre, which are more current and their music is more obviously toxic, misogynistic, like Marvin Gaye was talking about loving up a woman while he was coking her and beating her fucking ass and she was a young baby. And when you hear the music, that doesn't make sound, versus Dre's music, which is, fucking misogynistic and fucked up, and then you connect it to them. So it like, but
and still, then recognizing the fact that Kendrick just had those sort of allegations, it's like,
I know,
hate it.
But the ways that it, yeah, I don't know how to unravel it. When you hear that beat though, it's just like,
we would feel like, I feel like I will feel like that based off of how sensitive I am to it right now, but also because I'm on the fucking East Coast. I wasn't there for that. I don't know.
Biggie was beating Lil' Kim's ass. Faith, Kim, he was terrible. His music sounds like, I can't actually listen to too much Biggie because I'm like, my chakras.
Wow. See? Tricky. But having him out there, especially given the fact that Drake had the whole Tupac AI situation, was big. Plus, Dre is who co-signed Kendrick. I get it. What I recognized was, if Drake doesn't do that stupid AI diss, I don't know if this happens in the same way.
Yeah.
Like that diss, and then Kendrick being who Kendrick is, unified that entire coast. And if you just think, and it was interesting how people were like, the East Coast not like that. And geographically, you have to actually look at it geographically, how California is like most of the coast. Like that's how it is. Whereas on the East Coast, it's more about your city. New York is different from Philly. Philly is different from Atlanta. Like it's not a coast kind of thing. Even like East Coast, West Coast, like Atlanta and all the South was left out of that. Even though it's still technically the East Coast. So that's interesting. But I was just watching that thinking like, wow, what a fucking misstep on Drake's end to do that.
But it speaks to what I think is what really infuriates Kendrick, is that you have no respect for this fucking tradition, dog. You have no respect for the niggas that laid down this tradition and how important this tradition is, because this is the shit that this is what's helping. This is what's keeping niggas alive in some ways. This rap legacy is what is a shared communion and a shared experience, and it's so important to people. It's not just like a little bop. Like Tupac means so much to Kendrick, which means he means so much to so many other niggas, in the same way that Kendrick means so much to the young kids that look up to him in terms of the possibility, not just in terms of like wealth, but I think Tupac in particular, and the topics and the ways he, tried to shed light on this experience, this specific experience that they were having, and bringing language to it and compassion and love, and like, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. And the fact that you don't have any respect for that shit, you got to die slow.
But he didn't have respect for it because he doesn't have reference for it.
Exactly. He don't have, because he doesn't have connection to it.
Right. There's no reference point for Drake. That's not what he was doing. He was at bat mitzvahs, and I'm not hating on that. It's just a different thing. So to now try to present as though you are, he told Kendrick, I get more love in your city than you. Biggest mistake, bro.
Bitch, where?
What? How?
Bitch, where?
You sold your property. You saw that Drake is in Houston now. You saw that Kendrick changed that lyric when he's like, we could do it on a 3-hour time difference. He changed it to 2. Texas is 2 hours. He's crazy.
He's literally a well.
He also, it's interesting how people are talking about Euphoria because he did it intentionally, but there's a whole first verse, like the end of the first verse, that he either messed up or did it intentionally and didn't say. Because Euphoria, if you catch it, like I caught it and was like, he repeated that twice. The whole, hey, Top, who the fuck they think they playing with? Like he said that twice. He didn't say anything about the women. You know, I even hate the women that you fuck because they're not real women. Like he skipped all of that.
Oh, so interesting.
It was interesting. I'm not sure if that was intentional. He also added another line where he was
I hate
like,
the way you walked, the way you dressed.
He said that, but he did it twice, which he doesn't normally do.
Okay.
Because there was a whole other verse. So
okay,
it's interesting. I don't know. I know that every year for the rest of Drake's
Might
life.
Might as well call him Jake. Listen, that nigga named Jake now.
Every year for the rest of his life on Juneteenth, he gonna have to think about this. Like getting cooked like this on Juneteenth on Amazon.
They say Kendrick is Juneteenth, what? Drake is 4th of July.
It's true. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I will say this. I don't know if I've admitted this online. I've seen Kendrick twice in concert. And I don't like that every time I've seen him, he's had a band play. And it doesn't slap the way a track plays.
You mean an orchestra? Yeah.
I don't like that. And I wish I would have lost my, no, it doesn't slap the same way ever. And so just to have straight track and no nigga on some fucking top hats or some shit like that, whatever the fuck it's called.
Disrespectful, yo.
I know, I'm sorry.
Hat, top hat?
What's it called?
High hat. She called it a top hat. God damn.
I love it. I love it. This nigga is a master of his craft. He is the Beyonce of this rap shit.
Did you
energy, the articulation.
No backtracking.
That was him. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop fucking playing.
Everybody else was up there with the backtrack.
Stop.
He said, playing. Nah, my vocals only.
Little as hell. Big as hell.
Little as hell, big as hell.
Duality.
Ooh.
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 So when Dr. Dre then says, I see that big. I said, oh my fucking God. And then just walks off the stage and just let them. And when he held it, A minor, but he was doing the Drake dance. You know that dance that he was doing? That's the dance that Drake does in his videos. There's a whole video where Drake is doing that. So he's doing that dance and holding it. And I said, oh my God, he's a monster. He's going to fucking run this back. I thought he was going to just do it once. When he kept doing it, I said, oh my God, he's a bully. This is abuse of a corpse. Stop. Enough. I felt like Jay-Z's mom is Gloria, right? I felt like her when she was like, enough, no more, apologize. Because it was like, you about to get locked up because this is crazy. Then you got Russell Westbrook. You got DeMar DeRozan on
I don't know
stage.
none of them niggas, but say it. But one of them niggas was fine up on that stage. He had the heart on his shirt. I said, who is that?
I don't know. Are you talking about Russell Westbrook?
Let me see. I said he was getting it too. Like he had the most energy. He wasn't fucking playing. He had like a
basketball player.
Ooh wee. So
Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan is on stage. You got to realize DeMar DeRozan played for the Raptors, and he's mentioned in one of Kendrick's lines, like, "Bring him home. Y'all don't even deserve him." The Raptors are Toronto, so the fact that DeMar DeRozan is up there repping because they both from around the way is just fire. It was just amazing. And then it was funny because LeBron was there and everybody was like, LeBron would have gone on that stage, and Savannah was looking at him like, don't, please, You do not have a bandana. You from Akron. Stop playing.
You go sweat out that goddamn shit you got in your hair, dog.
Listen.
It was Russell, whatever his name is.
You think
I don't like
Russell Westbrook
No,
is
I
fine?
don't. I
you
know.
liked him there.
I liked him there. I might listen, liking his energy there. I like him. So yeah, I like Russell Westbrook. I do. I don't like his stationary picture, but that nigga, that showed him, and I like him.
Stationary face.
Yeah, I like him. I put it out there. I say it now. I like when my butt grow out. When my butt get grew out.
I think he's married. Sugar Plum.
Me out. God damn
Sorry, I'm pretty sure he's married. But yeah, I loved it. I love that Future didn't come out. I love that Metro Boomin. It was like West Coast only. None of y'all allowed out. Like, thank you, but no. I loved it. I love that there was no J. Cole. Everybody was like, oh, you gonna bring out J. Cole. Didn't want to see it. Don't care for it. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. And I love the fact that he used this opportunity to show Drake how you can be the king of something and still not make it about you. To still be a conduit to something else.
Antoinette.
I'm saying, like, this was his moment of like, nah, this is, and he said that numerous times. This is not about me. No. Look at this shit. We got every fucking gang.
He said, you don't know who these niggas are. You don't know who these niggas are. He basically said, like, y'all don't even understand right now. Like,
y'all don't know what the fuck we had to do. Why you think this concert started at 4, motherfuckers? It had to stay light outside, okay? Like, this was a huge deal. Like, this type of unity. We don't grow up on the East Coast and all that gang affiliated shit. The shit is real out there from my understanding, my little understanding. So this was a huge feat. And Drake he couldn't unify nothing. Not a goddamn thing. So
Drake need to get his soul right. I said it in the text. That's my only critique. What would have been the icing on the cake, and I think a nail in the coffin for Drake is bring out Whitney and put her on my side. If I was Whitney, I'd been like, you better have me out there. Because the way he tried to act like we ain't good.
But that's the thing, because you making it about Drake. And if Whitney goes out on that stage, you open her up to even more.
If nonsense. I was Whitney, no, it wouldn't. If people would have gone, the stadium would have gone
crazy. But you still are responding to some bullshit that you basically like. That's not even worth my time. My lady is here. Keep the ladies out of it. God damn it, this internet.
I'm gonna put my motherfucking lip liner on while we wait for the queen to come back now. Mm-hmm. Cause we be talking. I am tipsy, y'all. Where's she at, though? Hey guys, so get ready with me as we wait for Antoinette to come back online. So what I did today was I did an outliner. This is a Fenty. I've been wearing it for months, so I don't know the color, but it's a Fenty brown. Get at me. Let me get it to y'all for real. It's Fenty Geminis. I literally cannot see what it says. Fenty Geminis. Then I'm layering it with something else. It's all good, girl. We was doing a get ready with me while you was busy, so.
No, I'm mad. Anyway, now I'm on my hotspot. I don't even know if this gonna work, but what I was saying was you open her up to a whole other plethora of people saying shit about her, responding to that moment. You also are acknowledging some shit that's not worth acknowledging that Drake said. Dave Free was one of the producers on the whole event. The whole fucking thing is done. Top was sitting behind Whitney. Like, leave my kids and leave my girl out of it, my guy.
She got to hold her babies.
You keep touting around your white son who don't, like, leave that. Stop.
No, don't disparage that child now. Don't do that.
That little baby wants to be white, and Drake needs to let him.
He just doesn't know.
Rude.
He doesn't. All I got to say, I'll just say this. I dig you. If I was Whitney, nothing or nobody would keep me from being on that stage. I'd have been on there like, like fucking what's the name with Jay-Z and
Lil Mama.
I've been like that black girl meme, the old lady when the man's cursing out, like that lady's like
if I'm Whitney,
I'm up there like
if I'm Whitney today, my neck is killing me, my jaw is on fire, my knees are raw. Okay, if I would have watched my little man up there doing the shit that he was doing, I'd have been like,
Whitney know him too well. She like, nigga, y'all think this? What you say, Whitney? Like, I wrote this motherfucker. Little do y'all know Whitney this my shit.
Whitney wrote.
I wrote it.
She is ghostwriter. Everybody talking about you got a ghostwriter.
Whitney, like, y'all think this little nigga, she probably seething. Like, y'all don't even fucking know. Whitney probably holding all the secrets. That's why she ain't coming down there.
She like,
you lucky I'm fucking here holding your kids. Your feet don't touch the ground.
You better cut it out.
Tell me Antoinette, tell me one picture you see with that woman and her kids and she ain't holding them fucking kids. She is always
the fact that you keep disparaging that woman because she's holding her kids and you had your kid just out in the street.
You know how women
don't project onto her.
No, women be like, don't, you know, when they older, put the baby down, let that baby walk. I do feel like that.
That baby not going. The babies probably can't even walk. They need to go to the gym. Quads
that baby ain't never gonna learn to walk.
Back can't stand up straight.
I know, right? They gonna be bow-legged. They gonna need them correctional shoes. Put that baby down and buy them hard-ass shoes.
Them baby's fine. And Whitney doing a good job. And Kendrick is doing a great job. Kendrick freed us from... Oh, I was about to say something very controversial.
What was you going to say?
I was going to say he freed us from an oppressive force that is Drake on Juneteenth.
He did. He cut through the... Listen, it's a spiritual warfare out there, and Drake really needs to surrender. I'm telling you, I really do believe it. He manifested this for himself. This type of public global...
humiliation, ego death,
humiliated, decimated. You ain't Drake no more. Go ahead and be somebody else. You're done.
There were Bloods, there were Crips. It's some kind of purple affiliated gang. I don't even know their names. It was a whole slew of. It was babies. It was clowns. It was DJs. It was songwriters. It was NBA players. It was everybody in their motherfucking mob in there singing about your demise, celebrating
thousands of people,
singing about you being a pedophile and being an oppressive force, being a colonizer on Juneteenth
5 times.
You already
not
have
not 3 times. Not 4 times. That nigga took the picture and then said, "Bring it back." I said, "Oh my God."
But what's crazy is this, Shanti, this happened and he's somewhere acting like he's not watching it. Like
affected.
He's not affected. He already posted some dumb shit on social media.
With a Revenge shirt on?
It's just, no, he didn't do that. His team posted that. But he is just, this is a biracial who is tender about not having a place in this world, of not being Black enough, being called a colonizer and a pedophile on Juneteenth. The day that the slaves was freed.
He can't be Drake anymore. It's dead. No, it's literally dead. It's dead. Go be free. Do something else. You're done. You have all the money that you need. You're fine. You're free. You wanted to be freed. He somehow subconsciously he manifested this.
He said this in his rhymes. He said he needed a break. He said all that, and then he keeps putting out albums.
Then so just Drake, you're no longer Drake. Go be something else.
Unfortunately, that's not how fame works. I
hope he does.
What Dave Chappelle say? You can't be unfamous. You can be infamous, but you can't be unfamous. Poor Drake.
Well, he could stop.
We gotta pray for him because we gonna feel bad if something happened to Drake. Cause
who gonna feel bad?
Wow. There's the sociopath Kendrick energy that comes out of Shanti from time to time.
I wouldn't feel bad. I don't know if I felt bad. I would feel compassion, but I wouldn't be like fucked up about how we've been talking about him. I think we're doing it compassionately.
Heard you.
I don't know.
Well, R.I.P. The funeral was lit. They did him right. Send him home right.
Send him home right.
And
do we need to talk about the other stuff?
Kendrick. No, I'm done.
We did it.
I think we did it, Joe. I mean,
I'm sorry if y'all don't care about this, but we do.
We
sorry
do.
If you ain't watch it.
Wrong podcast. I will say fuck Swiss Beats and Timberland and their Elon Musk post on Juneteenth. Just another example of how Black capitalism will not save us. I don't give a fuck about verses right now.
I don't like verses.
Especially since the only verses I really, really wanted to see was Diddy.
Who else?
Verse the West Coast, or Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri, and now that's all gone. We ain't never gonna see it, and I don't want to hear nothing from Diddy. So y'all can go straight to hell for that one. That really made me mad. And for real, they pissed me off. And Justin Timberlake every day does something. Ever since I said what I said, he has dragged me through the mud. That one, okay. He needs to shut up and sit down.
Go to therapy. He another one. You acting out, boy. You 43 years old. The fuck you doing? You got about 3 kids. The fuck you doing driving home drunk? Where's your... I know his wife is had it up to here with this shit.
She was like, I was on a show called Seventh Heaven. Shut up. Sit down.
She's like, do you know who the fuck I am? She need to get her Beyonce lemonade moment. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Right, because he was acting up with her too.
For years, he's been acting a mess. Get it together. You're too old. You're washed up. You should
have listened to Britney.
Your Justin Timberlake identity is dead. We have to surrender to the fact that you're done. You ain't the boy no more.
This is literally what all they know. Could you imagine? It's like, what am I supposed to do for the rest of my life?
Go stop hanging on that. Go to whatever the energy, the life is directing you towards something else. Go. Like, you have no choice because you're being dragged and humiliated and decimated. That identity is killing you at this point. He want to be spinning around. Yo, that nigga look like the Geico lizard. Are you kidding me?
Stop. We don't have to talk about people looks. Mean.
He looks just like the Geico lizard.
All right, you get
on. If you look at that mugshot and you look at the Geico lizard, you guys are gonna be like, "Wow."
It was tricky. They had all kinds of memes using his mugshot for Drake, but you missed it because you won't get on Twitter, and it makes me mad. Can you read what I highlighted? Because this was just funny, or should I read it?
I'll read Shanti.
It. No, let me read it. Because Shanti's populating the outline, and I look and it says, Ashanti and what's his name are married. That makes me happy. That was the whole thing.
Nelly. I couldn't think of that man's name for the longest. It kept saying Nas. No, that ain't Nas. Nas. No, it ain't Nas. They've been married for 6 months. They're expecting. They look so happy.
He looks very happy with her.
I love that for them. So that's
nice.
Congratulations.
On. The Blacks are winning. Juneteenth, we up. Okay.
Geminis, y'all up. Y'all out of this world. You blew it out the motherfucking ballpark. You're crazy. Wow. You crazies.
Yeah, ooh, Kendrick was nuts. All kinds of fine to me. I was like, he fine.
The Lucy gonna come on stronger than that. I hope he just, because she like, what? Shout out to Whitney. Cover her.
Oh, because all these women.
Because all the hoes gonna be coming out,
including us. Let's go.
I ain't saying that.
All right, y'all.
Peace to the gods.
Old and the new.